Hello Internet, welcome back to more Symphony of the Night. I don't know, it's a good game, and we're going to be playing a little bit more of it. We're in the Coliseum presently. Oh, my volume, as always, is way too loud. You think backdashing sounds bad on the mic with the button presses, you should hear it deafeningly loud in your ears. So hello everyone. That's Dracula. No, I don't think it's Dracula. I think it's Alucard. We are partway through the game. We cleared how do I pull up the map on the Xbox? There we go. Cleared quite a lot. Today we're gonna probably deal with the Coliseum here. We're going to drop down to the south to get the I don't even remember what's down there. But we're probably gonna polish off most of this first castle today. I'm still very new to this game, so I don't 100% know where everything is, but yeah, we're gonna figure it out. So, welcome back, more Symphony of the Night, blah blah, etc. Dracula backwards still is Dracula. No, I kind of feel like it might be Alucard. Don't hit me. Okay, he has a long delay before his attack. We don't even need to kill him. These guys tend to be very tanky. But I guess holy water is pretty good. I don't really know where in the that's not the map button on the Xbox version. I don't really know where the boss is in this area, and I'm not really sure what our level is. I kind of feel like we need to level up a little bit. I feel like we don't have very good equipment and stuff. So we'll just poke around a bit. This is where the shield rod is, if I remember right. Oh, that's right. With the yeah, every time I go in there, I get bounced backwards by the riflemen. I do remember that. Please stop. Please stop juggling me. Okay, so this was a terrible endeavor. We're very nearly dead. Let's heal and never go in that room again. Or at least go in there later. Yeah, I kind of feel like we're missing equipment or something that's actually pretty important. But hopefully everything comes out okay. That room, I remember being a nightmare the first time I did it. It's just a stack of these boys with the riflemen, random skeletons. And like we talked in a previous episode, that's one of the things that really bothers me about this game is that sometimes they just paint the ground with enemies and they're like, that's challenging, right? Instead of making it like a meaningful impact, it's always just like, hey, we're just going to throw a crap ton of enemies at you. Please don't. Okay. Hate getting juggled out of rooms. Super frustrating. Not a great way to start the stream. Oh, good, there's two of them. So yeah, more Castlevania. I can't believe I was on the fence about this game for so long. I think that didn't kill you. I think this is a really good game, and I feel like I spent years kind of ignoring people. Like I remember being in high school in my friend's basement, and we had a buddy who was like, "Man, we should play some Symphony of the Night." And I remember being like, Castlevania sucks. Why would we play, a game like that's from the '90s when we could play something, why don't we just play Gears of War over and over and over, even though, completely different, and I remember crapping all over this kid for liking Alucard, because back then we had, well, it's a complicated story, but he wanted people to call him Alucard. He wanted that to be his Xbox handle, and we kind of crapped all over him for it. But I get it. I think the game is enjoyable. I think it's actually like really good, which is a surprise to no one but me, but no idea where the boss is. Oh, definitely keep the holy water. So all these crates just have the sub-weapons in them, or Namakura. We'll take a look at that, but I doubt it's better than what we have, since it dropped from a rando enemy. Namakura. Broadsword. Yes, considerably worse, so that's not going to fly. Alright, so that room was just a little HP up or whatever. That's fine. We want to find as many of those as possible to make the game a little bit more tolerable. Hello, big bony man. I kind of remember there being like hunters down here, like with falcons. Falconers, I guess, is the word that you would use to describe those people. We're not seeing any of that. Please don't stab me. Extremely rude to stab people. What did I just say? So yeah, barring my incompetence, I think we should be able to polish this off. Blood Cloak. And we're going to work towards the true ending. Blood Cloak. Slightly worse defense, considerably worse constitution, luck. Yeah, no. The Crystal Cloak is pretty good. We're probably going to hang on to that until we get the Alucard thing back. You again? I just dealt with you. I really don't want to fight you again. Wish I had the jump boots. Or more of any kind of movement tech, so I didn't have to continually deal with you. I do like in this game that it seems to notice the difference between enemy bumps and enemy attacks. So like if I'm just... Okay. If I'm just trying to move quickly, I can usually tank a few hits without too much issue, because it only deals like 1 HP worth of damage in that situation. Let's just go up and over. I really don't feel like dealing with all these random fencer ladies. Although, of course, there are enemies up here as well. And there's that mist transformation item. We need to get there. I think that's where the boss is. We'll head over there. Anyway, streaming again. Oh. You take more than 1 hit. Good for you. Most things don't. You take more than 2 hits. Good for you. Get out of my face. Can't even get him with the holy water. So, I think when we started streaming, I extolled the virtues of holy water as being the best sub-weapon. And I do think that that is true. But I'm starting to think that there are so many enemies that jump and fly and things that completely circumvent it. I feel like we should swap out when we go to do boss fights if we find it's not really cutting it. Okay. Go to the save room. I feel like... What am I missing here? All the way to the bottom and the right. So they must connect to different places. So we'll go down there. Hello, Jack. Welcome to chat. Hope you're having a nice day. We are going live a bit earlier than usual. What time is it? 4:30. Oh! And my mouse just fell off my computer. It's great. It's not... I didn't need the mouse or anything. It's not like that's the main means by which you control your computer. Yes, so we're live a little bit early today. I was very, very sick today, and if you're new to the channel, I have stomach issues, which come up all the time. I really want to try to plow through this room, but I don't know a good strategy for it. If we had, like, the bat transformation or something, we could just fly over them. But alas, we do not. Getting juggled into them is the main issue here. Grab the shield rod. Looks like the musketeers actually can't turn around, so we should just be able to kill them this way. I want that big sack of money. 1,000! Okay, and we'll just holy water those boys as well. So we did make it across the room, which is really nice, because I thought this would be, like, super difficult. So the shield rod is like it deals damage and has special spells based on the shield you're using. I don't really know how to use it. I think if you press both attack buttons at the same time, it summoned a horse and gave me defense up, which is interesting. But this is the weapon they use in speedruns, because the speedrun... The attack is better on the shield rod than the sword we were using. Uh-huh. Well, how's the attack? Really slow. I don't like that at all. Much better. I like this better. There's a fly on my microphone. How did you get in here, fly? You know I don't tolerate your kind. In the speedruns, they use the shield rod a lot, but it's only with that one shield because it's like super overpowered. We do get that shield towards the end of the game, so we might use it then, but for now, not really something that's up for us. Not as bad as usual, I hope. Well, like I said, stomach issues this afternoon. I've only been up for like 2 hours. and got real sick and was like, oh no, you know, I want to stream. Here's the falconer. Get out of here. Owl or falcon. It's an owl night. I see. In fact, I can feel my stomach cramps even at the moment is very bad. Yeah, please don't iron ball me. There you go. Just sort of collapsed underneath of himself. Um, really bad stomach cramps, really bad sickness this afternoon, and that led to me being sick. And I was like, you know, I want to stream, so like I gotta, you know, kind of get this out of my system so I can go and be ready to stream. And literally, was sick, and I came back and was about to start the stream, and then got really sick again, and was like, okay, this is terrible. Like literally 5 minutes later, I was sick again, um, and now I'm feeling pretty bad cramps, and I don't really know how to avoid that and how to. I don't want that to affect the stream. I'm a little worried it's going to. I don't understand where I'm supposed to go. There's a boss here somewhere. Maybe north, east of us, like that black section in between. I really can't think of anywhere else. So let's go save again so we know we have a clean save where we've... Okay, buddy. Where we know we've done everything, and then we will head up there in hopes of finding the boss. And I have really bad stomach cramps, but I thought, you know, okay, yes, save please, sorry. But I thought, like, you know, it's either going to get better, in which case it won't matter, and we'll just have a nice stream, or it'll get worse, and we'll just call the stream. And at this point, most of the people who show up for this kind of stream are like the regulars who are just really nice and want to show up for everything. So I think that particular group of people, I think, understands that I have some health issues. And then for randos that are like on YouTube or whatever, they don't care because they watch them like as videos. They're not watching the stream live, so what does it matter? So we want to go right here. Library card. Okay. Yes, this is the boss arena. Hello, Richter. He's Richter Belmont, obviously. Uh-huh. So a Minotaur and a little werewolf boy. Don't charge, please. Okay. Oh, you can throw him, huh? And collision with him seemed to deal a lot of damage. Okay. Not going well. I think we killed... No, we didn't kill either. I thought we killed the werewolf boy. Okay. Touching his axe counts as part of his hitbox. That's something else I did not know, which is kind of important. Yeah, was hoping we could just kill one, but then we got cornered. Okay, so that didn't go well. We'll pop back into our save and do it again. This is not the first time we've struggled with a boss. It's weird because when I played this in my own time, I was able to clear basically every boss the first time. But, whatever, you know, trying to talk and being sick at the same time, totally understandable. So we'll load up our save and give it another go. Again, I feel like they're in the air so much it's a little hard to hit them with the holy water, but I think the holy water is good for this fight, and I just wasn't making my shots. So we'll give this another shot here. Where am I going? Just straight east. Yeah, so, you know, being sick is always problematic. Really nothing I can do. I think if you skip the cutscene, you can actually kill them because their AI is broken, but we're going to try to fight them the right way. Except I literally pushed the button thinking it would skip because I wasn't thinking clearly. Yes, yes, yes. He's a Belmont. He is a Belmont, yes. What is confusing is that, like, I don't know what kept Richter alive this whole time. See, that was pretty good damage. If he can... I was going to say, if we can catch him every time he's about to charge... Ooh, there we go. We can get him to step forward into it, which would deal some damage. Yeah, being cornered here is a bummer because you have no control over getting juggled and things. I really think the Minotaur is nearly dead. Just heal. I never use healing items. Just use the... Don't we have a potion? I don't think we do. Also, I'm not blocking at all. We have any potions? We do. So let's use a potion here. Please don't. Trying to heal. 50? Go ahead and use another one. Really looked like I could climb this ledge here. I mean, I'm inevitably going to make the mistake of pressing the shield button and using this potion when I'm trying to block or something. Okay, we killed one, which is like good enough. It's just getting cornered by the Minotaur that was such a big deal. It was a terrible, terrible fight. Not happy with my performance at all. It was a Belmont. Anyway, what I was saying is that I don't really understand what kept Richter alive this whole time, because it's like 100 years later, right? Why is he still here? Hello, 8-Leg. Welcome to the terrible combat stream. So this should be... Don't do that. Oh, what a dick move. It dropped the floor out from under me. That's nice. That's just, you know, here to annoy the player. That's always a good game decision, to make things that serve no purpose other than to annoy the player. Maybe we can use the elevator here. Yeah, you got me. Congratulations. Maybe the elevator works? It does. Okay. Give me this form of mist, so now we can whoosh through those barred gates. There's not a ton of places where that exists, but the mist transformation becomes pretty useful later in the game due to basically so eventually you get the ability to deal damage while you're the mist, which is pretty valuable because it lets you fly through a lot of areas that are otherwise pretty obnoxious and difficult without having to deal with the enemies. We want to... I think we want to hit that teleport room over there. No. I think we want to go to the south into like the hell area. What's the best way to get there? And I wish I could point on this screen so you could see what I'm looking at, but I don't have the ability to do that. If we drop and go back to the clock room, we can just drop over. So we should be able to do that, I think. So yeah, continuing stomach issues, but you know, worst case scenario, we just call the stream and it's not that big of a deal. Best case scenario, they go away and we have a nice time. Yeah, I don't like this enemy. How do I... Teleport room, we can't make that jump yet. We want to go down. It'll bring us back out the clock room. Okay. Make our progress, Mr. Boomerang. And, yeah. Other than that, not a whole lot going on, unsurprisingly. You know, it's same old stuff. I did have Subway for lunch here, or dinner, or whatever you want to call it. It will be my dinner, but it's more like lunchtime for, you know, people who don't work third shift. And, yeah, I went to Subway. You know, it's funny. So there's this kid at Subway. I go to Subway a lot because I can watch them make my food. And during quarantine, I really would prefer to be able to see people who are making my food so that I can know that they're not like coughing on it or anything. I know it probably doesn't make a huge difference, but mentally it feels like it makes a difference. I want to go... We can go this way, it's fine. Okay, please stop. So I go to Subway kind of a lot, and you know, you get to be a regular, you start to recognize people and things like that. Is it... It's not this one, it's the next one, I think. let's. I'm not sure of the map here, so we'll check this room, and we'll try to ignore my horrible stomach cramps that are threatening to overwhelm my person. Oh, this is nothing. Another library card and an attack potion. Okay, let's head up here. Nope, failed to jump. Really getting tired of having stomach cramps all the time. It really is ruining my life, but there's nothing to be done about it. You know, I was tested several years ago, and the best thing they could do is tell me it's not Crohn's disease. So now every time I have this problem, I start to think I have like stomach cancer or something that they just weren't able to catch. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's terrible. Like literally, I'm talking right now because I'm experiencing very deep, painful stomach cramps, and I'm trying to power through it and ignore it. No idea what I was talking about because I'm very distracted by that pain. Oh, Subway, yes. So I had Subway for dinner. And you get used to seeing the same people over and over and over. And there's this one kid who works there who, like, he's always too light on everything. So, like, if you say, like, oh, I want a chicken sandwich, put some spinach on it, give me, some banana peppers or sweet peppers or bell peppers, whatever. He puts like 6 little strips on the whole sub or like 5 little pieces of olive or whatever. And it always really irks me. Man, that's some terrible voice acting. Um, so this kid is always like, he's too light on everything. It's like he puts not enough everything on it. He'll put like 6 leaves of spinach on your sub and be like, "That's it." And then you got to tell him like, "No, man, I want actual spinach on my sub." So this kid already annoys me. And what I discovered today, I was watching him while he was working, like to make my sub, and it's like he's super overly precise about all of his movements. Kind of like if you ever see like a little kid put something on a table, they might put it down in a very specific, overly precise way where it has to be perfect. And I've seen other people do that. I had a girlfriend with like really bad OCD who would do that. But like it's this overly precise movement of like it has to be absolutely perfect. And I just thought that was really interesting because I don't often see that in people. It annoys me personally, but like I kind of I don't know. It was just interesting. It seemed like an interesting character quality. And it's something that I don't often see in people. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about today. Anyway, now we have this idol or whatever. What is this called? I literally just picked it up. It is the no, we already had the merman statue. Spirit orb, no. Holy symbol, protection while underwater. What this means is we can now dive into the water, whereas before we would take damage if the water was above our shins. So that's good. Now we can explore the underground areas if we were so inclined. I don't know if we're going to at the moment or not, because we did that in the last part of the last stream, and it's kind of a bummer to double back already. Excuse me, hiccuped in the middle of my statement. 8 Legs says, "Oh, I made a makeshift pizza recently. The best way to see how is your food made." Yeah, honestly, making it myself would be the best way to do things. Problem is, I'm usually under some kind of time constraint where I feel very rushed, like I have to get things done. So I don't cook nearly as much as I should. I do really enjoy cooking, but especially in the summertime, I'm just way less likely to do it because it's time consuming. It's very hot in the house, things like that. And because we have a very old house, we actually do have a summer kitchen. So if you don't know, a long time ago, back in the day, people would have separate areas to cook in the summertime. That way all that heat didn't come into the house. Knuckle duster. I don't think we want that. So we do have like a building that's kind of attached to our house, like a little shed type area. That is we call it the out kitchen, but it's a summer kitchen. Like historically, these things existed. And we're not set up for that. For us, it's our laundry room, but like we have one. It just doesn't have it doesn't serve its purpose anymore. Where am I going? Already been there. That's the Silliphite. We could go left again, Or we could go up to the clock tower. I really hate the clock tower. Let's explore the water some. Yeah, we'll do that. I like making absolutely perfect tea with mathematically counted temperature, sugar amount, and tea leaves amount. So you're like, what was his name in Breaking Bad? The guy with the coffee who had it down to exact science on how to brew a cup of coffee. Is that Gil? I can't remember his name. Anyway, you kind of understand that guy. I mean, it. I think it's one thing when it's your food, but when you're working in like a Subway, I go in there and there's like often a line of like 6 people. And when you're literally spending like 9 minutes to put, 3 ingredients on a sub, I think you're taking too long. But I also think, like I said, I had a girlfriend who had pretty bad OCD, so my immediate thought was like he might have some kind of condition like OCD where he has to do that to feel like comfortable. Um, and if that's the case, then more power to him. But as a consumer, I mostly just see that and go like, "Oh man, just make my sub already. I wanna get out of here." I'm a little scared of this thing. It's not as scary as I thought it was. Never mind then. Another one. Okay. Oh, holy water didn't catch the other one here. I just thought it was interesting. I like quirky people, people who do things differently than the average person. Like that girlfriend, she would super concerned about like the size of her food. So like when she would eat, she would separate her food into piles based on their size, even if it's the same kind of food. Like so, let's say she's eating Frosted Flakes, they're all different sizes. She would have to separate them based on size before she would eat them. And like that's like an actual problem. That's not something that is, typical behavior. It's not good for you to be overly concerned with things like that. If it prevents you from eating and whatnot, that's problematic. But to this day, I still find that kind of charming. Like one of the things I liked about her was that she was not your typical person. I appreciated those kind of nuances that made her an individual. So I don't know. I think that it's always complicated to talk about because some people get offended. Like I guarantee there's going to be someone who watches this on YouTube who is like, "You're talking about her having a disorder. How is that? How do you like that about her? Blah blah blah, etc." I don't. I don't know. I don't really see things quite that way. Please don't hit me again. Man, these fish heads are everywhere. Wait for them to fire again. Okay. We are leveling up a lot, which makes me think they're actually pretty difficult enemies. Wait for them to fire and we'll drop down. Oh, you spit fire. Don't burn me. Can we backdash underwater? Kind of. We're getting a lot of life ups, which is nice. But we would prefer equipment, I think. How do we get down this thing? I thought there was like an enemy that... Okay, fly, you're getting on my nerves. I don't know where this fly came from. It's really irritating to me because I'm always in my room with the doors closed and windows closed, but like the family leaves the downstairs wide open sometimes, and then we get flies in the house and they all end up here, and then I have to deal with them. So there's a guy who throws a barrel, and that's what breaks that wooden thing, but I don't know how to get that. I don't know how to make that happen. I think we're here too early. I think we're supposed to come back later. So why don't we... There's no fast way upstairs from here though. We should have hit that teleport room when we had the chance. Now we're gonna have to come down here for a third time. I really hate backtracking in games. I know that's kind of the point in Castlevania is to backtrack, but like I really don't like playing the same area 2, 3, 4 times in a game, so you know, whatever. Take that as you will. Oh, why are the... So this water is flowing and it's pushing me to the left. But if it was pushing me to the left, why are the dots in the water going to the right? I don't really understand that. Can we just backdash through it? Yeah, okay. So we'll do that.